Hey guys, what's going on? Drewzy here, back again with another South Park Phone Destroyer video, and a video that you're going to be seeing a lot of content creators post today is the Legendary Season Reset pack openings, because of course the Legendary Reset happened early this morning, or yesterday depending on your time zone. So here's my pack that I got. It is a tier 5, I believe, of 7. So we're going to open this pack up, see what we get. We should also get the Race to Legendary pack as well, see what that is, if it's even worth it for you guys to obtain. And then there are 3 topics I want to talk about. One for card bound. All of this is more or less for Redlynx to hopefully listen to, consider as feedback from myself. Some of these topics have been discussed from you guys, the community. I'm going to try to get out here on the channel, mostly directed again towards Redlinx, to hopefully have be integrated in the near future. Of course, the big thing is, as you can see, again, there is no way to make this. Needs to be a flipping big offer option for these specific packs for the Legendary Season Reset. Redlinx, fix that, please, for the love of God. This is something that I complained about last season, at the end of Season 3 into Season 4. Now at the end of Season 4 into Season 5, this is still a problem. There is no X, there is no way to get rid of this, so I had to wait to record this again. So as you see, I have, packs ready to be open, free packs, but I digress. Let's see what we got here. We got 3,500 coins, I need those. 2,000 tickets, need those. 100 cash, 7 prayer beads, 3 dreidels, 7 robots, 25 keys, 2 mage tomes, 5 rings of power, 3 sheriff stars. Again, the game does not want to get me sheriff stars. 1 power serum, that's a tease. I don't really need them as much. 5 feathers, 15 arrowheads, I need those. 2 candles. We got Master Ninja to level 2. That could be fun. We could play around with Master Ninja now. So we got a legendary, as you can see, obviously. Starboard Marvin, 2 of those. 5 Space Warrior tokens. 2 Storyteller Jimmys. 12 Marine Craigs. 3 Officer Bar Brady's. 3 Rogue tokens. 5 Astro Butters. 2 Paladin Butters. 10 Energy Staffs, because I need those. I need those for like every deck that I'm making. 2 Outlaw Tweaks, and 3 flippin' Mimsies. But again, guys, we got a legendary pack to drop out of it. I don't remember what the percentage was for tier 5. I want to say it was 30-some%, but we got Master Ninja to level 2. That's pretty cool, because a lot of people have been suggesting deck options for Master Ninja, like, hey, let's get Master Ninja in here. And as you see, my new reset is 1873 at 10,500. And I bet this big offer pack's going to be, is a pick of gold, 20% off gold purchase, which you can do 3 times. But the Race to Legendary pack isn't there. It's not there yet. So that's awesome to know. Alright. Well, I guess I'll open up these free packs real fast. Because why not? See if I get anything else from those. Probably not, because they're free packs. Get Astro Butters, that's nice. And last but not least, probably nothing. Nothing. Shaman token. It's not a big deal. Are we going to get anything here? Double coins. Play now and earn double the amount of coins from all free and PvP packs earned. There's more sweet. Enjoy a 20% discount on all purchases in Butter's PvP shop. The event ends on Wednesday at 12 UTC. So there is that event going on. I guess if you guys want some coins, if you're low on coinage, I mean, I feel like I'm a little low, not super low. So again, guys, the 3 main things that I want to talk about real quick on this episode. 1 is focused on PvE, 1 is focused on PvP, and 1 is focused on balance changes here going forward. So the first thing we're going to talk about is PvE, which is something that I've mentioned before. You need to stop the resetting. You need to stop the fact that there is a limited amount of times you can play a level. There needs to be a locker limit reset. So I see I'm maxed out all rewards collected on this stage. I can't do anything on this stage anymore. If I just want to play it for practice, that's about all is worthy to me. People talk about, there's a lot of free-to-play players that tune into my channel. A lot of people post comments about I'm free-to-play, I'm never going to get this. Free-to-play, I'm never going to get that. And maybe you won't. But if you want this game to truly be a free-to-play, more friendly atmosphere, let us do it in PvE. Let us have the ability to reset things, have a locker limit for each stage, whether that is focused on, items or materials or cards specific to a certain theme, because all of these PvE levels are focused on a specific theme. Mystical Awakening is, of course, mystical. So is Holy Road. Then you got like Cyborg Command is more sci-fi focused. And then you've got Indian Summer and Many Moon Stronghold for adventure. And then you've also got the fantasy there at the end on the opposite side. So, I mean, you have this ability. You still don't have anything for neutral cards, which I guess is okay. I mean, yes, I would love to see a neutral area at some point in this game for the campaign so that we can have neutral materials be able to be obtained that way, other than through, you know, the grinding way of, you know, through packs of PvP packs or free-to-play packs or paying for the materials. But I mean, we need to change the system. It needs to go to a, you know, locker limit system within PvE where you can play the same levels many times, and then you have a locker limit similar that you do with PvP. I've mentioned this in a video before. I know I'm aware of that, and some of you may criticize me for that, but I don't really care. I still think that's something that needs to be fixed relatively soon. I feel like the more I talk about it, and maybe one of these days Redlynx will listen, or, you know, hopefully change that or edit that within the game. And it's not necessarily me complaining to say that this game is broken in that regard, because that's not an option. I just think that's something that needs to be implemented that will help PvE people, and it will also help the replay value of this game, because a lot of the game's replay value after a certain point, once you have all these levels done, you see I'm 75 of 75 for Many Moon Stronghold. Now I can't get any adventure materials out of these two locations now. Both of them are done at 75 each. So then the only way I can get adventure materials is either through packs or buying materials. Buying packs that give me material options, and that's just, then I just have to dump ridiculous amounts of money into leveling up my adventure theme cards. And there's only 2 of the adventure theme episodes, where I think sci-fi has 4, mystical has 4, and fantasy has 4, I believe. So, you know, adventure's getting the shaft here already by only having 2, and then, you know, how else are you going to easily get there's no easy way to obtain materials at that point, which is then frustrating for people that want to play adventure, which is the best theme in the game right now. There's no question, especially with the recent nerfs to the couple of the fantasy cards. Now adventure theme is beyond the best now. It already was the best, and now it's just even more the best, I guess. I guess is the way I'm going to go with this, or whatnot. But yeah, that needs to be the big change that needs to happen to PvE, for sure. The big change needs to be made to PvP that a lot of people have been complaining about is basically the matchmaking system itself. The matchmaking system has improved by making it people close to you, but I think it needs to go a little bit step further. I think the 2 main factors need to be taken into consideration with PvP matchmaking. I don't know how in the code it's going to basically be drawn out to make this work, but the 2 main things are, in my opinion, as follows. You need to have it to where it's based on new kid level and card level. So average card level, not necessarily card level for every card, but average card level within your new kid, which I know Redlinx can track that. They've done that with certain items before, and where they've tracked card level to determine certain things. So they can obtain that. That is information that could be done. Then it comes down to new kid level. So try to match based on new kid level, card level, and then of course within your rank within PvP. So if you're a rank 45, you know, Silver Shield or something like that, you're not getting paired up against someone that's a level 20 new kid that D-ranked because they didn't want to jump right back in the Legendary Arena right away. And then you get faced up against a guy that may be 6 new kids level higher than you, maybe a 20 level new kid that just decided to D-rank at the end of the season so that he could get dropped out, and then just pick on, you know, lower level people. You know, punish that person. Make that person that got D-ranked out, if you're talking about fair play within PvP, make them play people around their freaking level. I don't know how you'd be able, again, how that'd be coded necessarily or whatnot, but make that a thing. Make that a thing in PvP that maybe that will make it a little bit more balanced and a little bit better off for all of us if you do it that way. And hopefully that's something that's done here within the near future to enhance the matchmaking changes that have already been made. Because the matchmaking changes that have already been made have helped, but they're not perfect, and they're not quite where the game needs to be, I think, to fully, you know, get it. And I know that there's a lot of times where I face people that are 2 to 3 new kid levels lower than myself, and I'm okay with playing someone around closer to my level, that maybe I may not win as many matches, but then it's still at least fair for everybody, that where you can't say that I have a huge advantage or whatnot. But even if they're maybe a new kid level lower, they're 17 versus my 18, but they have the same card levels as myself, then that seems to be more fair, even if there's thousands of levels difference in Legendary Arena. Maybe if I'm at 1873 and they're at 4,000, but if we're at the same card level and around the same new kid level, that's still fair game. more so for both parties, even though you may look at it like, oh, he's over 2,000 legendary arena higher than me, how the heck am I fighting him? It's because the other two main factors that should be determining matchmaking system, in my opinion, are there and are on an equal playing field. So that's the big changes that needs to be made to PvP, in my opinion. The other big change suggestion for me is this card balancing, card leveling system. To me, the way that Redlynx has gone about changing their balancing system has been bringing cards down to a lower level to be around the same level as other cards. There are two easier solutions to fixing this problem. One is change the leveling system, as in the max level for each type of card, which has been suggested by multiple entities, because if you play a game that has been mentioned by myself and other content creators, a game like Clash Royale, for instance. Clash Royale has a common levels are at maximum level, I believe, 11 or 12, I don't recall off the top of my head. Then you have, epics are a certain level, rares are a certain level, and legendary are have a max level. Have the same kind of concept for this game, which again, this is something I've mentioned on the channel before. Have that similar to how we do in the friendly battle system. Not necessarily saying that max level for common should be 5, it should still stay 7, but then have everything one level, at least one level less, in ascending order. So then you have rares would be max level 6, then you would have epic cards to be max level 5, and then you would have legendaries to be max level 4. And then you just either increase the amount of cards necessary to get those cards to max level 4, because I know that there are people with level 4 legendary cards, and maybe there's people with level 5 legendary cards. I have no idea. But I know that some of the top players at least have at least 1 or 2, if not more, max level 4 or level 4 legendaries. So increase the amount of cards necessary to get to max level 4. That would be a pain in the ass and strenuous and piss people off in that regard, but then at least there's a cap on the leveling system. And then increase the amount of strength to where a max level 4 legendary could possibly still relatively compete with a level 7 common, which I don't think would take a lot of change and balancing to be done, but it could easily be done and make this easier. Stop nerfing everything, bring everything up is the second piece of this puzzle. So if there are certain cards that are just well underperforming, bring them to a higher tier level. Kind of like you did with Dark Mage Craig. I think Dark Mage Craig necessarily wasn't completely worthless, but I think the change that was made to him, for example, in these recent balance changes, was the best out of any of them, because at least you put him on a level playing field, more of a level playing field, rather than just completely trashing everything else to put him to where he's at least playable. I don't think that these changes completely removed Stan the Great or Princess Kenny from the game. I think it would have removed Paladin Butters from the game if you would have made him 3 energy, but luckily they didn't do that, either through backlash or they actually listened to the community and saying that that was probably a terrible idea that was leaked information. But, I mean, you definitely need to, I think, bring the card levels to a standstill at a certain cap level, and you also need to bring it to where bring up cards that are underperforming or being underplayed to a level to where they're playable. That's what you need to do. You need to do that with, you can scale that however you want to, and you can figure that out, but stop nerfing everything down, and then half the time you fix them later anyways, because you find out that you nerfed them way too much, like you did with Regeneration. You've changed that card, what, 6 times now, it feels like? It's never stopping. You've already fixed Power Bind, you've already changed Purify, now you're just now bringing down Poison, which needed to happen. Maybe, I don't know if this aura is going to be enough, the change in aura or whatnot. I guess we'll find out here relatively soon. And I will do videos on the balance changes that have been done and test the new cards, see how they're working out. But, I mean, those are just suggestions that I have. So for the balance changes going forward for Redlinx, the PvE system or campaign, and the PvP. Always let me know down below what you guys think of any of these suggestions that I'm making. Again, some of you guys have said that I try to do, at least speak my mind, to help benefit the community, because I enjoy a vast majority of the community that is involved in this game and are part of my channel, and leave comments and things like that on the various ways of social media that are accessed, that I have access for you guys to communicate with me. So, I really do appreciate your feedback. I really do appreciate the positivity that I've gotten. Yes, I've got negativity, and I'm always going to get that. I'm a content creator. I get that. But I've gotten well more positivity than negativity, and that's the main reason why I continue to put out content on a regular basis and try to bring in the best content I can for you guys here going forward. So again, guys, let me know down below what you think of everything that I discussed in today's video, of the changes and suggestions that I'm giving to Redlinx, mostly directly to hopefully improve this game going forward, rather than continuing to flip-flop back and forth with certain things that have been being done. And if you have any other ideas or suggestions to give to Redlinx or any other people, also leave that down in the comment section, guys. They do look at stuff that you guys post on here, and I would hope that a lot or some of the suggestions and or feedback have been considered and possibly implemented in the game within a relative manner as suggestions and things have been being made. Hit me up on any of these social media outlets if you would like to go into more detail and or contact me directly or anything like that. But until next time, guys, my name is Drewzy.